All right, hey everyone, it's Thursday evening weather for Weather Geeks time. After another busy afternoon, things are starting to calm down this evening. And speaking of calming down, the weather pattern is finally going to calm down as we head towards the weekend and into early next week. So this video should not be as long as many of our videos this week because thankfully things are looking a lot better. But in the meantime, we're still adding up the rain. It's still raining as of 7:01, but as of the top of the 7 o'clock hour, with the additional rainfall we've seen today at the Youngstown Warren Airport, we've vaulted up to fourth place now with just shy, or I should say just a little bit more than 7.5 inches worth of rain for the month. Now we have about 1.5 inches to go until we get up to third place. The top three are pretty lofty numbers. We may have a tough time getting there, not that anyone's complaining about that, but with the relatively drier pattern that's about to take shape, I'm starting to think that at least the top two are probably safe. Third place might be a close call, but the top two should be safe. In the meantime, yeah, it was another very soggy afternoon and early evening today. We had some localized flooding problems as expected. In this kind of an air mass, the tropical nature of the air mass, anytime it rained, it wanted to rain hard. And let's take a quick poll of some of the radar estimates here as far as rain totals. Mercer County got slammed pretty good today with a few rounds of heavy rain that moved through, probably 2-3 inches in some parts of central and eastern Mercer County over towards Sharon, West Middlesex, Wheatland, 1.5 inches, pretty common through there. Heading over into Trumbull County, we had some bouts of heavy rain right around rush hour, unfortunately. Up towards Southington, probably 1 to 2 inches in a lot of spots, and over towards Churchill to Hubbard. Heading over towards Yankee Lake and Masury, we had some flooding issues, 1 or 2 inches, pretty common through there. Now, down in Columbiana County, we did have some rain late this afternoon and early this evening. In fact, it's pouring in some parts of Columbiana County as I'm recording this, but our bigger problems were last night. And so the 24-hour totals from Salineville on east, pretty impressive. Problems with some mudslides through here, some road closures, and 39, a real mess, heading west over towards the Carrollton area as a result of what happened last night over there. As of when I'm recording this at, what time is it, 7:03 now, the heaviest of the rain as of this recording was down in Columbiana County. We're finally getting in on some of the action today. Salineville up to Elk Run, Rogers. This is sliding down 11 and 30, heading closer to Glenmore, Calcutta here in the 7 o'clock hour. Eventually East Liverpool gets in on this. Anyone north and west of this, though, the rain is letting up. It's just a gloomy, miserable evening, a damp evening in Salem, Columbiana, Sebring, Damascus, Ellsworth, Canfield, etc. And then up into Trumbull and Mercer counties. Thankfully, the rain is pretty light at this point. Now, we're going to see showers coming and going for the next several hours. As you can see, there's more rain off to our north and west. It's all light, but it'll kind of pester us into parts of the overnight tonight. We're done with thunder, except for maybe southeastern Columbiana. But we are not done with the raindrops until late tonight. That's where the drier air is, off to our north and west. Look at those dew points in the 40s and 50s. That's what's heading our way tonight and tomorrow. I oftentimes say there's a lag a lot of times between the heavy rain and when the rivers tend to crest. Here is an example of that. We're done with heavy rain in Trumbull County, but the Mahoning River at Leavittsburg may not actually crest until tomorrow night. Pretty close to flood stage, which is 10 feet. Now, it should not get much higher than that. Not expecting major problems here, but some minor flooding right around the river is going to be a possibility. All right, so let's look at our futurecast for tonight. I've already kind of described what's going to happen here. Showers are going to come and go for the next handful of hours. As you get up on Friday morning, there might be a sprinkle in a couple of spots, and it may be pretty cloudy at the very start of the day. It may not look very nice outside at 6, 7 in the morning, but then the sun is going to come out by lunchtime at the latest. And then what a great afternoon we have coming up for tomorrow, and a great Friday evening. Summer begins a little before noon tomorrow, and the first evening of summer will be beautiful for anything you want to do outdoors. And boy, has the weather forecast improved over the last couple of days for the upcoming weekend. I now think high pressure keeps us dry not only Saturday but Sunday, and it's also going to keep the higher dew points at bay. Earlier this week we thought Sunday it might start turning muggy again, but I think the dew points are still pretty low into the second half of the weekend, so check out these numbers. Wow, this is great. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We deserve it. We deserve a couple of weeks like this, but hey, we'll take 3 days. Now, the muggies are going to come back on Monday, and after that, it won't be quite as really humid, but moderate humidity for midweek. But the next 3 days looking extremely comfortable compared to this week. And last night I showed you the 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook. This is the 6 to 10 day outlook, and this is so good I could eat it. This is just what we need. Below average precipitation. Pretty good odds of that occurring in the 6 to 10 day period. So today's Thursday. That would take us from Wednesday of next week through next weekend. It looks warm, and it looks largely dry, with the exception of just real hit or miss stuff. So finally, we're going to enjoy some pretty nice weather. Maybe you can use your pool. Maybe your yard can finally dry out a fair amount. Golf courses are going to love next week a lot more than the past couple of weeks. So I have a lot of good news coming up in the medium and longer range. Thanks for watching the longer Weather for Weather Geeks videos this week. Thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate everyone who watches all the way to the end. I know they get kind of long when we have some active weather, but it's been one heck of a week, and thankfully it's just about over. I will see you tonight on 21 News at 11. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night.